Good morning to Madam Ratna. My name is Wong Kai Chi. Today I will do section B voice annotation task. Question 1. On my screen right now, I am showing a visual representation of inventory management in a supply chain. As you can see, inventory management involves controlling the flow of goods from supplier into a warehouse and then out to customer. Starting from the left, we have the supplier, which include factories and brand owners. Moving to the right, the manufacturer produced the goods. Next is the warehouse, where Shopee used FBS and SOC facilities. Then the distributor, which is Shopee Express or SPS, handle the last mile delivery. Finally, the customer received the product through the Shopee app. You can also see a loop at the bottom for cross-border logistics. Below the diagram, I have drawn an inventory graph showing how stock level go up when new inventory arrive and down when customer make purchase. Next, the three main type of inventories are raw material, which are input waiting to be used, work in progress, which are product currently being manufactured, and finished good, which are ready to be sold and shipped to customer. The graph on next slide show that how inventory level change over time. When new stock arrive, inventory jumps up. As customer place order, inventory goes down. The key to good inventory management is knowing exactly when to order and how much to order so that you never run out of stock, but also never hold too much expensive excess inventory. The important terms I have highlighted here are safety stock, which is extra inventory kept as a buffer against uncertainty. Reorder point, which is the inventory level that triggers a new purchase order. Lead time, which is how long it takes for new stock to arrive after ordering. And economic order quantity, EOQ, which is the ideal order size that minimizes total inventory costs. Question 2. Now let me explain inventory management in more detail using my own understanding. Inventory management is the process of ordering, storing, tracking, and controlling a company inventory. This includes raw materials, components, work in progress, finished goods, and even warehouse supplies like packaging materials. The main goal of inventory management is to have the right product in the right quantity, at the right location, at the right time, and at the right cost. Why is inventory management so important? Let me give you three reasons. First, it presents stock out. A stock out will happen when a company runs out of a product that customer want to buy. When this happens, customer either leave without buying or order from a competitor or become frustrated and lost trust in the brand. Research show that many customers will not return to a website after just one stock out experience. Second, inventory management reduce holding costs. Holding inventory is expensive because you need warehouse space, insurance, security, temperature control for some product, and worker to manage the stock. If you hold too much inventory, this costs it into your profit. Third, inventory management improve cash flow. Money that is sitting on warehouse shelf as unsold inventory is money that cannot be used for marketing, product development, or paying employees. Good inventory management turns inventory into cash faster. There are several common inventory management methods that companies use. The first method is just in time or JIT, where inventory arrives exactly when it is needed for production or sale. Toyota famously developed this method to reduce waste and holding costs. The second method is first in, first out, or FIFO, where the oldest inventory is sold first. This is especially important for products that expire, such as food, medicine, and cosmetic. The third method is economic order quantity, or EOQ, which is a mathematical formula that calculates the ideal order size to minimize total cost. The formula balances ordering costs against holding costs. The fourth method is ABC analysis, where company use the inventory is divided into three categories. Items are high value with low sales frequency, so they need tight control and accurate forecasting. B items are moderate value and moderate sales frequency. C items are low value with high sales frequency, so they can be ordered in bulk with less precise tracking. To make inventory management work effectively, companies also need to calculate two critical numbers. The first is the reorder point, which is the inventory level that trigger a new order. The formula is reorder point equal average daily sales multiplied by lead time in days plus safety stock. For example, if you sell 10 units per day and your supplier takes 5 days to deliver and you keep 20 units as safety stock, your reorder point would be 10 times 5 plus 20, which equals 17 units. When your inventory drops to 70 units, you place a new order. The second critical number is safety stock, Safety stock is the extra inventory kept to protect against uncertainty in demand or supply. The formula for safety stock is maximum daily sales minus average daily sales multiplied by lead time, or a simpler rule of thumb is safety stock equal average daily sales multiplied by 7 days. Without safety stock, any unexpected spike in demand or delay from your supplier will cause a stock up. Modern inventory management also relies heavily on technologies. Barcode scanning and RFID tags allow companies to track every single item in real time. Warehouse management system automatically update inventory counts when items are received, moved, or shipped. Cloud-based inventory system allow multiple locations to see the same real-time data. Some companies are even using artificial intelligence AI to predict demand and automatically generate purchase orders. All of these technologies help companies move from reactive inventory management, where they only act after a problem occurs, to proactive inventory management, where they anticipate problems and prevent them before they happen. Question 3. Now I will relate inventory management to a real business example. The company I have chosen is Shopee, which is one of the largest e-commerce platforms in Southeast Asia. Shopee does not directly own most of the inventory sold on its platform, but inventory management is still critically important for both Shopee and the millions of sellers who use the platform. Let me explain the inventory management problems that Shopee sellers commonly face. The first problem is inventory discrepancy between systems. Many Shopee sellers experience situations where their warehouse system shows 200 units available, but the Shopee platform shows 0 unit. Or the opposite, where the platform shows the stock but the warehouse cannot physically locate the items. This happens because inventory data does not sync properly between the seller's own system and Shopee system. When this happens, seller either lose sales because the platform thinks they have no stock, or they oversell because the platform thinks they have stock that does not actually exist. Overselling leads to cancelled order, angry customers, and financial penalties from Shopee. The second problem is stock out during flash sales and promotional events. Shopee regularly runs major sales events like 9.9, 11.11, and 12.12. During this event, traffic to the platform increases dramatically, and popular products can sell out within minutes. Sellers who do not have proper inventory system often underestimate demand and run out of stock. One seller might order only 500 units to be cautious, but demand during the sales could be for 2,000 units. By the time the seller realizes that the stock up and place a rush order with their supplier, the sale event is over and the opportunity is lost. The third problem is the small batch, quick response dilemma. Shopee seller often face a difficult choice. They can order a small batch of 100 to 200 units to test demand, which is less risky but mean they will run out quickly if the product become popular. Or they can order a large batch of several thousand units to ensure they have enough stock. But this is risky because if the product trend only lasts for 1 to 2 months, they will be left with thousands of units of that stock that cannot sell. Without good inventory management and demand forecasting, seller cannot make this decision confidently. So how does Shopee help sellers with inventory management? Shopee provides several tools. First, there is the Fulfillment by Shopee service, or FBS, where sellers send their inventory to Shopee warehouse and Shopee handles storage, packing, and delivery. This reduces the seller's burden because Shopee warehouse management system track inventory automatically. Second, Shopee provides business intelligence tools that show sellers their sales history, demand pattern, and seasonal trend. Seller can use this data to forecast future demand more accurately. Third, Shopee offers the Shopee Operational Center, or SOC, for sorting and distribution, which help move inventory from sellers to customer faster. However, there is room for improvement. Based on inventory management concept from class, I would suggest 3 improvements for Shopee seller. The first improvement is to implement the reorder point formula that I explained earlier. If a seller knows that their average daily sales are 10 units, their lead time from supplier is 7 days, and they want safety stock of 20 units, their reorder point would be 10 times 7 plus 20, which is 90 units. When inventory drops to 90 units, they place a new order automatically. The second improvement is to use ABC analysis. Sellers should identify their top 20% of product that generate 80% of revenue, which are the A items, and focus their inventory tracking and forecasting effort on this product. The remaining 80% of product can be managed with less frequent attention. The third improvement is to integrate their system with Shopee platform using API connections. Manual inventory updates are too slow and error prone. With API integration, every time a sale happens on Shopee, the seller warehouse system is automatically updated. And every time the warehouse receives new stock, the Shopee platform is automatically updated. This eliminates the discrepancy problem completely. A seller using all three of these inventory management techniques would experience fewer stockout, lower holding costs, and higher customer satisfaction. Question 4. To conclude this voice annotation task, let me share what I have learned from studying inventory management and how it can be applied in real business situations. The most important lesson I have learned is that inventory is not just a cost to be minimized, but rather a strategic asset to be optimized. Many business owners think that holding less inventory is always better because it reduces the warehousing costs. But this is not completely true. Holding too little inventory leads to stock out, lost sales, and damaged customer relationship. Holding too much inventory leads to high storage costs, expire or obsolete product, and poor cash flow. The goal is not to minimize inventory or maximize inventory, but to find the optimal balance for each specific product and business situation. This balance is different for every company, every product category, and every market condition. The second lesson I have learned is that forecasting is not about being perfectly accurate, because that is impossible. Forecasting is about being less wrong. No one can predict demand with 100% certainty. Unexpected events happen. A product goes viral on social media. A competitor runs a big promotion. A supplier has a factory fire. A pandemic disrupts global shipping. Good inventory management accepts that uncertainty exists and build buffer like safety stock to protect against it. The goal is to have systems that respond quickly when reality differ from the forecast, not to create a perfect forecast that never need adjustment. The third lesson I have learned is that technology is essential but not sufficient. Technology like barcode scanner, warehouse management system, and AI forecasting tools are powerful, but they only work well if people use them correctly and if the underlying business process are well designed. A company can buy the most expensive inventory management software in the world, but if their warehouse workers do not scan items properly, or if their purchasing team ignore the system recommendations, or if their supplier do not provide accurate lead time information, the technology will not solve anything. Technology is an enabler, but human discipline and process design are equally important. So, how can this lesson be applied in real business situations? For a small business owner, they can start by calculation their reorder point and safety stock for their top 10 best-selling product. This simple calculation alone will prevent most common stock out. They can also implement a simple ABC analysis by looking at their sales data in Excel and identifying which 20% of products generate 80% of revenue. Those products deserve daily attention and more frequent inventory count. For a larger company like Shopee, they can invest in API integration between seller system and the platform to eliminate manual data entry errors. They can also provide educational resource to help a seller understand inventory management concept like reorder point, safety stock, and economic order quantity (EOQ). Many sellers on Shopee are small business owners who have never studied supply chain management. So teaching them this concept would benefit both the sellers and the platform. In summary, inventory management is a balancing act between having enough stock to satisfy customer and not having so much stock that it wastes money. The best inventory managers do not guess. They use data, formulas, and technology to make informed decisions. They plan for uncertainty by building in safety stock. They continuously measure their performance and adjust their method. And they recognize that inventory management is not a one-time setup, but an ongoing process of learning and improvement. This is the most valuable takeaway I will carry forward from studying this topic. That's all from me. Thank you.